Testing 1 2 1 2. Okay. Oh, got a couple thumbs up. Woohoo! All right, thank you. Okay, we'll get started in just a few. Okay, for anybody who's out there listening, I see it looks like there's a couple of people. Oops. Sorry, my calendar going off. Can you hear me okay? If you can, if you wouldn't mind sending me a message in the chat, that'd be great. Okay. Okay, thumbs up. Okay, well, it is 5:30, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I am Colleen O'Connor. I am a certified Yuen Method master practitioner. And today we are going to focus on staying centered during uncertain times. And the primary way that I know how to do that is actually with the Yuen Method. There's a lot of crazy energy that we are all working through right now on this planet as each individually, but collectively a lot. And it's really can be challenging at times to stay centered and not get sucked into the energies that are going on around us. So the primary way we're going to do that today is obviously through the Yuen method. It's going to be a teeny bit different today. It's the usual where we will do strengthening and deleting and having requests, but the format today we'll do our meditation, and then I'll work on the group as a whole, just getting everybody synced up, and then getting the group as a whole, whatever weaknesses that seem to be present. Then I'm going to show you just a couple of things that are actually techniques of the Yuen method that are valuable and helpful, easy things that you can do to keep coming back to yourself and to stay centered. So, and then I'll take the individual requests. So I have received them. Oh, thank you. Great. Thanks, Amanda. Appreciate it. All right. So let's get started first with meditation. If you are driving or something like that, please don't do this. But otherwise, if you can be seated, that's the best way. So from a seated place, or even if you have to lie down, whatever the case may be, just closing your eyes, bring your awareness back into your body, feeling your feet on the ground. And at your own pace, taking a couple of deep breaths. And from the heavens above, feel a nice, warm, comforting energy, and whatever color comes to you or works for you, whether that is pink or white or purple, green, maybe even a golden light. Feeling that coming down from the heavens above, and have that move down into what I call your eighth chakra, which is about 2 feet above your head. Taking a breath there. And then feeling that energy now move into your seventh chakra, top of your head, your crown chakra. Take a nice deep breath, opening up that crown chakra, clearing any negative energies, anything that might be there that's not you, that's not yours, that's not beneficial. The deep breath, allowing it to be removed from your energy field. Clearing any mental, any emotional, any spiritual, psychological, or psychic energies, any hooks, any cords, any ties, any attachments, any sentiments, stories, anything that is not you or yours that's interfering with your connection to the universe. Taking a deep breath and moving it out, sending it away, opening up, clearing any blocks, any resistance, any rejection, reverse perception. Bringing all your energy, your soul, higher self, higher source connections back into your body. And take a deep breath. Feel this energy now move into your third eye. Take a deep breath here. Clearing, cleansing, and moving that energy out. Again, any hooks, any cords, any ties, and energies that do not serve, that are not you, not yours. Clearing any mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic, any hooks, cords, ties, attachments, sentiments, stories that are not you, yours. Breathing, clearing, and feel this energy now continuing to move down from your third eye into your throat chakra, into your fifth chakra. Removing any suppression, depression, repression, any energies that might be blocking your expression out of the body, out of the spirit, out of the mind, any mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic hooks, cords, ties, attachments, sentiments, stories. Deep breath, let it move out. Opening up your throat chakra, your expression, your truth, your whole truth, nothing but the truth. Deep breath. This energy now moves into your throat, from your throat chakra down into your heart. Opening the heart chakra. Clearing, cleansing anything that does not belong. Any sadness, any grief, any sorrow, depression, repression. Any blockages, anything that's not yours, anything from the past, anything that might be holding on there, anything that is on your chest, so to speak, anything that needs to be taken, you need to get off your chest. So letting it go down and out. Expanding, opening your heart chakra to receive, feel, and perceive the joy and the unconditional acceptance of the universe, universal intelligence, source energy. Feeling this energy now moving down into your power center, into your third chakra, opening, clearing, cleansing anything that might be blocking you and connecting to your true power, your source power, your higher power. Any hooks, any cords, any ties, attachments, any sentiments, any stories, any resistance or rejection or reverse perception that might be preventing you from connecting to your power energy, your power center, opening it up, clearing it, anything that's not needed, clearing that out. And feel this energy now move into your second chakra. Clearing, cleansing, opening this in a mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, cover all hooks, all cords, all ties, all attachments, all sentiments, all stories. emotional, spiritual, psychic, the hooks, the cord, ties, attachments of the body, the spirit, mind. Just moving this into your second chakra, deep breath. Connecting you again to the universal support, universal trust, universal intelligence. Connecting to your creative energy, to your reproductive, to your sexual energy. Connecting to the ecstasy of the universe. Opening, clearing anything that does not belong. Any hooks, any cords, any ties, attachments, sentiments, stories. Opening that up and send this energy now down into your first chakra, your root chakra. Nice deep breath here. Moving anything that is in the way of you connecting fully to the other chakras, to the universe, and down into the planet. Any hooks, cords, ties, attachments, sentiments, stories. Clearing it open, clearing, cleansing. And now feeling those roots growing down from this first chakra, down from the bottom of your torso, down into the tops of your legs. These roots growing down now into your knees, roots down into the tops of the bottom legs, the lower legs, into the ankles, into the heels, into the feet, down into the sole of the feet, the arch of the feet, and feeling these roots growing down into the earth, wrapping, coiling down through the planet, down in the earth, all the way down to the core of the planet, feeling these roots wrapping strongly down into the core of the planet. So you are supported, strongly connected, strongly rooted, strongly grounded. Feeling the support of the planet and feeling that energy now moving up from the core, these roots and that supportive earth energy coming up, pressing into the bottoms of your feet, into the sole of your feet. Feeling this moving into the bottoms of your toes, into the arch of your feet, into the sole of your foot, into your heels, into the tops of your feet, into your ankles, into the lower legs, into your knees, into the upper legs. Feeling this earth energy now and strongly into the root chakra, and moving up now into the second chakra, cleansing, clearing, opening that up even more in all directions, opening up this as it moves now into the third chakra, clearing, cleansing the power chakra, your power center, and feeling this move now up into your heart center, opening up to the joy and support of the universe and the planet, and feeling this now moving up as you breathe at your own pace, your own timing, up into the throat chakra. Clearing, cleansing, opening that throat chakra up so you can have your perfect divine expression. Having this now move up, this earth energy now moves into the third eye, further cleansing and opening up this even more. And feeling this energy now move up into the crown chakra, clearing anything else that might be there, moving it out. And feeling this now move up into the ace chakra, where there's perfect harmony and connection, and feeling it move now up into the heavens so that you have this perfect connection of energy moving from the heavens down into the crown chakra, down through your body as it roots all the way down into the earth, and from the earth back up into your body, connecting back up to the heavens above. So you're connecting from above and below, firmly grounded and rooted and connected. And when you're ready, feeling your feet back on the ground, coming back into your body fully, and opening your eyes. Okay. Hey. So for anyone who may have just joined, thank you again for being here. I'm Colleen O'Connor, certified Yuen Method Master Practitioner. And today we are focusing on staying centered during uncertain times. So now I am going to work on the group as a whole, making sure that we're all synced up and looking at whatever general issues are affecting the group. Okay, so let's make sure the group, everyone here, we're all even. Our time zones, our countries, our cultures, our backgrounds, even our ages, our familiarity with the Yuen Method, that we're all even in our energies. We're strongly connecting, strongly communicating, strongly coordinating, strongly synergizing, strongly fitting in, working together. And the group as a whole, lining up everybody's midlines, spinal cord, making sure everybody's midlines are strong, that there's proper tensing and untensing with no effort, with strength, endurance, flexibility, agility, coordination, speed, strengthening everybody's cranial brains. Every spinal cord, strong energy to everyone's spinal cords. All the brains, all 6 brains, the cranial, the spinal, the tail brain needs some more strengthening. Tail brains, sacral brain, coccyx brain, those need some strengthening. And the amygdala, reptilian brain. Okay, so then I'll be even, strengthened, activated, fitting in, working together. And get the group is make sure everyone is neutral, positive, not positive, negative, negative, neutral, stronger, being in a group, not being in a group, having individual, not having individual sessions. Okay, so we're gonna make that even. We have our individual session or group session that's all even. Okay. That you're neutral to your own questions, neutral to others' questions from others. And strengthen everybody's minds, empty your mind, clear the mind, strengthen the spirit, empty the spirit, your mind out of your spirit out of your mind. There's some weakness with that. So strengthen that. Mind out of spirit, spirit out of mind, other people's minds, other people's spirits. So some weakness to other people's spirits makes those all even. One, contained, make you strong to it, separate from you. Send all those spirits out to other dimensions, universes, existence, time, places unknown, black hole, wormhole, dark energy, dark matter. Eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. Okay, so let's make sure body, mind, spirit, we want them strong separate and strong together to be connecting, communicate, coordinating. So we need to coordinate, synergize, fit in, and work together. Okay, so the group, deleting any thinking, emotions, intuition, feeling, perception. So Pentagon effects of knowing, thank you for your knowing. Feeling, perception, intuition, right? Strong, wrong, weak. So strong versus weak is weak for the group. Let's strengthen that to 100%, infinite potential, 100% of the time, infinite time. Okay, the group needs to be strong for getting results. And you're all strong to feeling the improvement and the improvement back to you, to receive it, to feel it, to perceive, allow, acknowledge, accept. Okay, make sure there's no resistance, no rejection, reverse perception. Okay, let's check again. Answers, actions, results. That's much better. Okay, for speed, the group needs to speed up the group. Fast, not fast. Slow, not slow. Neutral. Okay, make sure the group is strong. Let's make sure there's no soul fragmentation. So there's some disconnection. So deleting all disconnection and reconnect you back to your higher self. So you to your own higher self, and your higher self to you. I'm just realizing my camera is a little bit off here. I'm going to reset some a little more centered. Okay. That doesn't quite. All right. Well. Okay. Okay, anyway, so your higher source, higher self, strongly grounded in this particular time, physical dimension, physical universe, physical existence, physical time, physical space, physical body, physical surroundings. Midline to physical intelligence. Physical intelligence to the midline needs to be stronger. Oh, your knowing, your insight, and your truth. So this group here, your truth, your whole truth, nothing but the truth. Whole truth goes weak. So stronger the whole truth. Okay, and then there's a triad in the Yuen Method: take charge, self mastery, expertise. Self mastery goes weak. It's from your spirit, it's from ancestors, collective. Okay. Okay, so you've got some resistance, there's some rejection. So strengthen you all to totally, completely, absolutely allow. There's some weaknesses to that. Acknowledge, accept your perception. So strengthen your perception. 100% infinite potential, 100% of the time, infinite time. Getting the mind out again, strengthen the mind, empty it, send it off. Body, mind, spirit, strong, separate, strong together. Okay, sources, reasons, causes, past, future. Okay, and make sure this group is strong for deletion. Okay, there's something with protection. So strengthen for protection, protection, no protection, protecting yourself, not protecting yourself, weakness there. Protecting others, not protecting others, people protecting you, not protecting you. There's some habits, some patterns, some programs, some triggers, some issues. There we go. Okay, everything around that: sources, reasons, causes, present, past, future. And the group needs to be strong for strengthening to 100% and going beyond 100% up to infinite potential. 100% of the time, infinite time, we use this down to zero minus infinity. Internal boundaries to external boundaries, external boundaries, interdynamics, external dynamics, neutral, or 100%, excuse me. Okay, and the group here, make sure everybody's nervous systems are all hooked up. Physical intelligence is all hooked up. Higher selves are syncing up. Heart to heart. There's some weakness with that. The reasons, the causes of the future, immediate, intermediate, distant, far distant. Telepathic communication amongst the group. Well, first with yourselves, actually, there's some weakness there. Your tissues, empty spaces, DNA, subcellular. Yeah, we want to be strong. We want us to be strongly communicating within ourselves and then with each other. Okay, that's better. Okay, and let's strengthen and delete any karma, some indirect karmas. There's some religious karmas, so deleting those out of the mind. Conscious, subconscious, non-conscious. Cut the hooks, cut the cords, cut the ties, the attachments, sentiments, stories. Sensations, some emotions, some reactions. Okay, the karma, some isolation, some loss. So isolation and loss. And that has to do with disease. Actually, what's coming up is some COVID backlash effects, something like that. So, how many things is beyond infinite things? So, beyond infinite, make it even, make it finite, make it contain. Delete it. All Mind, delete down to 0 minus infinity. Release, forgive, forget, unconditional. Attachments. Okay, some psychic energies there. Some sentiments from others, all others. So deleting those. Oh, body, spirit, mind down to 0 minus infinity. Okay, resetting everybody here, reprogramming, restarting. Everyone to be ready, to be open, to be receptive, giving, receiving. So a little bit of receiving weakness. Okay. Okay, now look at this group as a whole when it comes to staying balanced, staying centered during uncertainty. So that it's the stability that goes weak. So in the Yuen method, we have the triad that has, I forget what the name of it is. There's so many. Oh, the pentagon, excuse me, pentagon of all existence. So balance, center, stable, neutral, midline. Okay, now when we go to that, there's some weakness. So let's strengthen the group. Okay, the neutrality. So this group needs to be consistently neutral. There's a weakness, positive and not being not positive, negative, not negative, neutral. So let's clear that. So I'm going to talk about that for just a little bit. And actually, this is a good time for me to just, again, touch base on what the Yuen method is, because we always have new people coming in. The Yuen method was created by Dr. Kam Yuen. He was a 35th generation Shaolin Kung Fu master and also an aerospace engineer and a chiropractor. And he took all three of those disciplines to create the Yuen method. When he was he was always a Shaolin Kung Fu master, but when he was competing, he could feel where his opponent's weaknesses were in their body, and he would attack those areas and target those areas. And then later, when he became a chiropractor, he could feel where the weaknesses were as well. But he flipped everything around to benefit the person, because obviously these were his patients and clients. So he could feel where the weaknesses were, and he developed a way of strengthening those weaknesses, make the person strong to the weakness, delete or remove the weakness out of their body, their spirit, and out of their mind, and then remove all the negative accumulated effects out of the body, spirit, and mind. And to do it all energetically, and to do it without having to touch the person, and to be able to do it from a distance. And he helped hundreds of thousands of people, if not more, over the span of his doing the Yuen method. And he taught many of us how to do it. So that is what we're working with today. And I'm stating that because what's coming up right now, and what is very important when we're working with this idea of staying balanced, center stable, or during uncertain times, is neutrality. It's critical to everything. So neutrality doesn't mean being super positive, but also, of course, doesn't mean being pessimistic, but it means being right in the center. Because if you're right in the center, then you're not going to get pulled off balance. So it's neutral. So this group here, we want to be positive, not positive, negative, not negative, and neutral. So strong for all of those, because life has its ups and downs. So and energies will go up and down. So if you are okay with all of it and just neutral to all of it, then you don't get pulled off center. So that is one thing I just want to impart to you today, is to always come back to neutral. It is very, we go in and out of it all day long. And that's why we want to be okay with being positive or not positive, negative or not negative, because there's going to be moments where we are getting negative, or we're getting super positive, and we want to always and it's okay. We want to be strong to all those possibilities, because if we are, then we can easily get back to neutral. And so neutrality means we want to be strong with everything that's going on around us. And Dr. Yuen used to say, you want to get to the point of being so neutral, so balanced, center, stabilized, neutral with your midline of the body, that people can be dying around you, dropping dead around you, and you are not falling apart and not getting affected. Sounds like a tall order, and it can be less than easy sometimes. But I want to just paint that picture for you because I feel that that was a really a very impactful premise that he imparted to all of us that do the Yuen method. And I want to keep that, impart that to you so we can keep this notion going strong and have that top of our mind, so to speak. Okay. So how's everybody just doing in general? Do you feel different from before you got on this live stream compared to before? Just want to check in. You can just chat, send something in the chat. I'm going to work again a little bit more on the group as a whole to see what things are coming up for the group. So, what comes up is there's these different areas of life. We've got health, we got money, aging or less aging, as Dr. used to call it, fitness, excuse me, career purpose, relationships, food, and then physical intelligence. And relationships come up first. So let's work on the group as a whole with relationships. Okay, great. Thank you, Shelley. So relationships. So with yourself, with others. So first with yourself. And let's strengthen the group here to strongly connect with yourself, your soul, higher source, higher self, all parts of you connecting. So what's pulling us off? All the external. So make everybody strong to this physical dimension, this physical universe, this physical existence goes weak. Physical time, physical space, physical body. So being in your body, physical surroundings, physical human. So I'm going to say this because I'm seeing it. I'm noticing it a lot for myself, and I'm noticing it a lot for our clients lately too. Is us wanting to just escape out of our bodies because it can be a little challenging being on this planet sometimes, but we can improve more strongly and more quickly if we stay in our body because we are in a human body. Okay, Amanda's saying, okay, same, not same, different, not different, change, not change, perception, perception. Okay, so let's make sure everybody's, there's no false tools going on. There's some reactions to the shifting. Okay, there's some shutdown. So let's delete the shutdown and the mind and the brains, core and the ninjas and nerves. And that's some collective from yourself, the present, the past, the future. So all the shutdown, all the sources, all the reasons, all the causes, out of the past, out of the future. It's a programming, some illness, some fears. Illness, fear, illness. Okay, I'm going to open everything up. Send the mind off. Separate together. Okay, this group here coming back into your body. Physical time. So some time weakness. So making everyone a master of time. The past, a lot of stuff in the past. So just deleting all the past, make it all even, make it one, contained, deleting it out of the mind. Some dredging, some dragging, some dwelling, some wondering, some questioning, problems, some negative thinking, some blaming, some worry, uncertainty from internal, from external. It's like 10% internal and about 90% external. Make it all even, delete it down to zero, minus infinity. Okay, coming all this back to the midline. We receive it on the midline. We strengthen and make the improvement on the midline. Make sure the group is strong. You to your improvement. So some weakness there. Improvements coming back to the group. Resetting body, mind, spirit, reprogramming, thinking, awareness, perception. Okay. Okay, how does that seem now? Any change with feeling the strengthening? Okay, there's some hooks, there's some cords, some ties, attachments from the ancestors, from family members. this group here, which parents, siblings, or other some siblings. So sibling weaknesses for this group: mental, emotional, psychological. We're going to just make the group again strong. I know we've got your individual requests, but we want you to receive, to feel, to perceive, to benefit from other people's questions, because what happens in these groups is we all come together. Oh, good. Thank you, Victor. And we want to be good with being in the group, because we can actually, if we really align with the group energy, we can actually shift more and more quickly, because we're amplifying everything, right? So you to receive that, feel that, perceive it. That's good. Allow, acknowledge, accepting. So there's a little bit of resistance, rejection. Lean the rejection out of the mind, the conscious, subconscious, non-conscious. And is that inside or outside? It's from outside. It's from the ancestors again. We got to bring our ancestors. I forget who I was talking the other day, that our ancestors wanted this. They're way back in the past, but we're here in this fast technological age. We want to connect with the benefits of the technological age, which is things moving fast. No more slowness. So let's clear this group of slowness. The body, the spirit, the mind. The mind wants to know. We got to think about it. We got to analyze it. We got to. Nope. Actually, the mind. I have some good news and some bad news for you. Your mind is not your friend. Your mind is full of you know what. So you don't want to be mindful. You want to be mindless. The good news is you can do this technique and you can send your mind off and activate your physical intelligence and get all answers and results that you need. Okay, resetting, reprogramming, restarting. Okay, so one thing I wanted to impart to the group that I feel will be beneficial to you in this idea of staying centered during these uncertain times. Here's something that's simple that you can do, that is one of the techniques and foundations of the Yuen Method, that you can use when you're finding yourself getting off balance and to keep yourself in balance. In the Yuen Method, we have this idea of the midline of the body. So the midline of the body is just this line that goes through the center of the body that divides the body in half. So it basically goes from your brain through your spinal cord all the way down to the end of your torso to your sacrum. That's your midline. So you always want to have your midline be strong, and you want to have it being tensing, untensing with no effort. And this is an idea in the Yuen Method, that there's a pulse in the universe itself and in your body. And that pulse, that beat is comes from your heart. Your heart has its rhythm and its pulse. So you want the whole rest of your body to be in the same rhythm and pulse as your heart. Now, we in this Western world, or this world today, I'd say actually in general, think we have to relax. You want your mind to be your mind to be relaxed, your spirit to be relaxed, but you want your body not to be overly relaxed. You want it to be calm. So there's a difference. Relaxation is kind of just like this almost like a numbing out. You don't want your system to be so overly relaxed. You want to have that pulse, because then it can act and shift and change and respond to what's going on around you in a millisecond. Like you see animals in the wild, there's a little rhythm that they've got going, because they're not stuck in their mind. So they can instantly, their physical intelligence is always turned on, so that they can perceive any danger coming their way, and they can respond instantly and not be attacked. That's the kind of energy you want to connect with. And that's what your midline is doing. It's pulsing. So you want to have that midline connecting strongly to your nervous system, to your brain, to your spinal cord, to your nerves, your meninges, your cerebral spinal fluid, all of that. So that's sort of the background. Now, when it comes to okay, Colleen, that's interesting. Now, what do I do with that? So when you find things getting off balance, just put your attention in that midline. So I'm going to strengthen all of you right now to get this. We're downloading this from Dr. Yuen, from the universe itself, straight from the higher source, that the downloading all the programming to your nervous system to get this. So strengthening all of you right here, right now. Put your attention on the midline of your body, brain, down the spinal cord, down to the sacrum. Feel that. Feel it tense, feel it untense with no effort. Those three things: tensing, untensing, no effort. That's a triad. So when you're feeling yourself, when your energy is spreading out and getting all dispersed, bring it back in. So use this tensing, untensing of the spinal cord. Okay, any questions about that? How's everybody feeling that? Anybody want to text, want to send a chat? Okay. All right. And I'm going to reset everybody to receive it, to feel it, to perceive it, not get the mind out. No more thinking, overthinking, overvalue, overanalyzing, guarding, protecting. Okay. And I say get very strong to everything that's going on in the world right now, the ups, the downs, the politics. So let's make the group here: politics, government, religion, money, the general. There's sort of a hysteria, a panicking, a scarcity, lack, worry, to make you strong. All those things, Uh, strong to all of it, separate from all of it, separate it from you. Shrink it all down, big to little, heavy to light, serious to silly, big deal to no big deal, sending it off to other dimensions, other universes, existence, time, places unknown, black hole, wormhole, dark energy, dark matter. Okay, and then let's just delete the seriousness. You hear me do this probably almost every week, but we all have to do this. So here's another thing. Notice when you're getting too bogged down and things feel heavy. You might be getting too serious, or you're taking yourself too seriously, others too seriously, the world too seriously, or you're just feeling everybody else's seriousness. So let's strengthen you all to recognize, acknowledge, accept, receive, feel, perceive when that's happening, and to automatically strengthening and deleting that out of your body, out of your spirit, your mind. So notice when things are getting too serious and just flip the switch and put yourself back to your midline. And you don't have to know the Yuen method. Just say, okay, I'm just going to make myself strong to it and then delete it and make that change on the midline of the body. Okay. So you've got two things now: being neutral, always coming back to neutral, coming back to your midline, and tensing it and untensing it. Okay. Last chance. Any other questions? Any questions on that? Anyone? Okay. Not last chance. You got till the rest of the time we're working together. Okay, now anything else with the group itself? So there's just a million things for the group itself. We're going to make you strong to all those millions of things. It's emotional. It's a lot of psychic, a lot of emotional to psychic, psychic to emotional, a lot of emotional psychic. The ancestors are very triggered by a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. So just keep that in mind. When you feel yourself, you might feel like crying or just emotions or whatever. It is very possible. It may not be yours. A lot of times it isn't. So just when you can recognize that it's either from you or not from you, that is when you can shift things instantly. With the Yuen method, it is the fact of actually recognizing what's actually going on actually automatically removes it. So downloading that to you all as well. You guys actually already got that. Okay, so millions of things, all the sources, all the reasons. So there's like a trillion reasons, a billion causes out of everybody's bodies, minds, spirit. So your minds, conscious, subconscious, non-conscious, down to zero, minus infinity. Eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. Delete the hooks, cut the cords, cut the ties, attachment, sentiment, stories. Okay. Okay, I'm going to move on to people's individual requests. Resetting everybody's body, mind, spirit, reprogram. Sorry, some weakness or reprogramming. Infinite potential, 100% of the time, infinite time. Able, willing, ready, deserving, commitment, neutral. Okay, resetting, reprogramming, restarting. Okay, strengthen the boundaries and dynamics. That needs to be stronger. And that's the other thing. So here's one other tool. Um, being balanced, center, stable, neutral, working with your midline, and boundaries and dynamics. That's another principle of the Yuen method. There's internal boundaries and external boundaries, internal dynamics and external dynamics, and vertices. So it makes up a pentagon. So it makes you strong to that whole thing. So you can even just, again, energetically or just intuitively tune into that and see how does it feel. Oh, wait, my boundaries and dynamics are probably off. And just put that again, strengthen that into the midline of the body. So it's kind of like you can have all this strengthening over here, and then let's say that you've got your phone, right? You've got your phone here, and sorry, I can't get into the thing is reversing. You've got the strengthening in one side and the phone on the other, but you need to connect them. It's kind of like when you are doing your phone needs to have a software update. You can have the update is there, but it hasn't connected yet. So it's kind of like your midline is when you are connecting the changes to your computer. Does that make sense? Okay, I won't get too deep into that. So one thing I'm going to say, I am teaching a class on how to do the Yuen method, and it is starting May 10th. I'm letting you all know because there's plenty of room in the class, and with what we have going on in the world at this time, it is a great investment. I can tell you the day that I signed up to learn the Yuen method changed my life forever for the better. So there's an early bird special that goes through May 3rd. So at the end of that day, that special is off. So you can check my website, ccolleeno'connor.com, which you'll have links in this YouTube video. And now let's get to everybody's individual requests. If you want to tell me how you're doing in general, that'd be great. Okay, Victor, we got your request here. Okay, so Victor, now you got a couple of different things here. Typically, we have like one topic per person. That's okay, no problem. We're not going to be able to get through probably all of it here, but we'll look at it. Okay, so go by Victory. Okay, sorry, Victory. Oh, what a great. Okay, we got to put the Victory back in your name. I see you got a lot of issues going on here in your body, so we put Victory back into Victor. Okay, so right shoulder, right elbow, very troublesome, painful, swollen, painful. So doing all the pain, restrictive, rheumatoid arthritis issues, suffer from abdomen, stomach, right side issues bothering. Okay, okay. So let's just make all those things even. And how many things are going on there? Is it finite, infinite, or beyond infinite? It's infinite things. So make those infinite things all even, make them one contained. We're going to shift them from infinite to finite, make them down to earth, make them little, make them simple, make them easy, make them no big deal. Make you strong to all of it, separate from it, separate it from you, send it off to other dimensions, universes, existence, time, places unknown, black hole, wormhole. Down to zero, minus infinity. Release, protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. They're in the body, they're in the spirit, the mind. So you're feeling it physically, but it's actually coming from your spirit. So delete it out of the spirit. And in the body, out of the cells, out of empty spaces. So empty spaces need to be cleared out. Too much stuff in there. Let's do this for everybody. Empty spaces, what happens is empty spaces can get filled up by anything, waste products. It can get of the body or of other people's bodies. We can actually take that on. And also emotions, reactions, mental thinking, thoughts, psychic energy. So we just delete everything out of there down to zero, minus infinity. Separation, independent motion, energy. So there needs to be more independent motion in the cells and in the energy, empty spaces, excuse me, more energy in there to have that happen. So up to 60, up to 70, up to 80, up to 90, 100%. So, and again, I just want to point out this is Victor's question, but I'm feeling this. It's something that everybody needs right now. So, just want you all to recognize, acknowledge, accept. So, there's some still a resistance there. And that's not from you, that's some collective and some cultural, conventional. So, just deleting that down to zero minus infinity. Okay, so your structure, system, organ, tissue, cells. Okay, Victor, are you feeling any shift there with some of these things? Resetting body, mind, or victory. I'm sorry, I'll call you victory. Resetting body, mind, spirit, reprogramming, thinking, awareness, perception. Now we're going to look for what is the primary weakness of what he has named here. So you've named it number 1 and number 2. So number 1 is the weaker. Okay, so you said right shoulder, right elbow, bend, very troublesome, painful, swollen. Okay, so I feel no weakness in the shoulder or the elbow. However, when I look at troublesome, that goes weak and very. It says very restrictive. And the rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, so first let's do troubles. Having troubles, not having troubles, being troubled, not troubled. Is it from you or outside of you? It's from outside. Troubles, conflicts, controversies, contradictions, even war. This lifetime, us other lifetimes, from the ancestors, the collective, your family, your spouse, this life, so your spouse. Yeah. Okay, so lining up you to be strongly separate, independent, neutral. There's some emotional, there's a lot of psychic that you're just taking on. So let's delete. We don't want to over empathize, over sympathize to the point of being ill. So again, bring you back to you. There's some separation from yourself. So bringing all of you back to you and back to your higher self. All this and more. There's beyond infinite things. Make them even, make them one, make them contain, make them finite, down to earth, deleted. All the mind. It's non-conscious. All sources, all the reasons, all the causes, all the past, all the future. Release, protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. Let's make sure everybody's strong here. Opening up. Okay, there's still some reactions. There's still a little bit of shutdown for the group. So deleting the shutdown. And send your spirit and your mind. And it comes actually, this time it's from yourself. So delete shutting yourself down. It's a programming. It's an issue, choices. It's a reaction. It's a pattern. Okay, all that, delete the sources, delete the other reasons, delete the causes, out of the past, out of the future. Future does not go to the past not going into the future. Release, forgive, forget, unconditional. Clear the trauma, limitations of fears, down to zero, minus infinity. Okay, reset, body, mind, spirit, reprogramming, thinking, awareness, perception. Okay, Victory, do you feel any shift? And if you're still there? Okay, I'm going to move on to the next person. Okay, Diane. Staying centered and not becoming inwardly distraught when family and close friends have kind opinions but disagree. That's a good one. Okay. That's a good one. I think a lot of us, because there's so much political world things going on. Good. Woohoo. Awesome. Great. Yay. You can be victorious. Yay. All right. All right. So we're going to move on to Diane's question. I just love how we have this group, and then the questions do really benefit everybody. This is stuff everybody's going through right now. Okay, so Diane's question, staying centered. Oh, okay. So is it physical or not? It's actually physical. Physical dimension, physical universe, physical existence. So strong to physical existence, physical space, physical surroundings, physical body, physical humans, and then the physical connecting, having to physically be around humans. That's what comes up. I know I've been having that sometimes lately. So strengthening that to 100%, infinite potential, 100% of the time, infinite time. So what's causing that? Is it inside or outside? It's outside. Some religious influences, cultural influences. Okay, that's this lifetime or other lifetimes. This lifetime, this lifetime. The present and the past. So a lot of stuff in the past. Make that all even for everybody here. Body, mind, spirit. Delete down to zero. Minus infinity. Out of everybody's tissues, cells, all the molecules, the atoms, the quantum particles, empty spaces, the genes, the chromosomes, all the chromosomes. So that's all the way. That comes from way back. It's really deep programming. So eliminate, free, and I'm going to release, forgive, forget. Okay, Diane, I don't know if you're here, if you're feeling a shift with this. Let's see here. The sources, the reasons, the causes, out of the past, still something there, out of the future, the accumulated effects of everything. Let's do that for everything we've been strengthening and deleting. It's beyond infinite, so delete that down to zero, minus infinity. The body, the spirit, the mind. So the spirit still kind of hangs on to the memories, the imprints, the residuals, the remnants, the remains, the attached to sentiments. I'll leave that down to zero, minus infinity. Like the stories, and there's some fears from the collective. Let's see yourself, not you, your family members. Other family, not so much parents, not even siblings, a little bit, but other family members. And let's make all the family and the friends and you all even. And let's apply that to this whole group. We're going to download the Harmony Tribe. That's harmony, harmony, harmony. Okay, resetting, reprogramming, restarting. And anybody else who may have been feeling these situations that coming up where feeling like you're not being able to stay centered when close family friends have opinions and they disagree. So agreeing. So let's look at that again. Resetting, reprogramming, restarting. All the past, the future, all the effects, memories, clear the memories, and residuals. Staying centered is strong. Okay, so now it's just that your statement is just a disagreement. So agreeing and not agreeing, disagreeing, not agreeing, disagreeing. Being on the same page, not on the same page, same frequency, same wavelength, same page, raise up their frequency, the vibration. So your vibration, 100% internal. Oh, great. Good. Thank you, Diane. So that's the vibration of everybody here. Internal vibration, fitness vibration needs to be stronger. 60%, up to 70, up to 80, up to 90, 100%, infinite potential. 100% of the time, infinite time. Yes. And we do want to connect with high vibration energy as much as possible and keep our energy vibrating strongly. So whatever ways come to you intuitively, some to me are, of course, doing the Yuen Method, connecting to nature, watching what you connect with when it comes to TV shows, when it comes to social media, when it comes to conversations. If you have to get up and leave for a while so you get centered and neutral, we want to have that vibration high so we can, let's strengthen the group here to hold your own. That goes a little weak. Hold your own, hold the light, hold the calm, hold your own space. Boundaries and dynamics are good. Getting sucked in, not getting sucked in. So disagreements, that feels better. It feels a lot better. So strengthen everybody to really get this, receive it, feeling it. So remember to feel this. Perceiving. All right. Okay, we're going to We're going to keep going here. I got a couple other questions. Rajesh had a question about losing weight. Okay. Okay, so losing is fine. Weight is the weakness. So is that physical weight or is that waiting? Like waiting for the train? Is it weight or weight? It's both, but it's more wait, like waiting for a train. So what are you waiting for? Everything that you're waiting for. And then what area of life? And this, I think, again, I feel this applying to the whole group here. So what's everybody waiting for? What are you waiting for? Go have fun, lighten up, loosen up, let go. So some letting go. This group needs to be stronger to let go. Let it all hang out, let loose on our chin, on our arms, or opening up the exit portals, hands and fingers, feet and toes, the colon, genital, bladder, sacrum. Those are all the exit portals of the body. We want them to be strong, we want to even, we want to be open. We want to send all these energies down and out. Okay, so the weight, is it a health? No. So here's another thing. I am looking at possibly having a fitness program, maybe May, probably either mid-May or June, something like that. So the Yuen method, you can, I mean, you still need to move your body, but you can create more physical fitness in your body with doing the Yuen method. So a little more fun than the gym. Although you can still do the gym, but the fitness is just the operation of your body so that things are um, moving quickly and processing quickly, optimally as they should be. So there's some weakness to fitness, and this again applies to the whole group. And I'm finding lately with everything that is going on in our environment, fitness gets weaker more easily. So we got to keep on it. So the fitness for this group of what part of the body? The tissues and the empty spaces. Okay, so let's take the tissues to 100% infinite potential. The structural fitness of the tissues, and we want to even out the soft tissue with the connective tissue, and connective tissue is soft. It's more the connective tissue. So everything connecting, communication, coordination, synergizing, fitting and working together. And with no effort. So there's too much effort. And more flexibility. So more flexibility in all areas of life, body, in the spirit, and in the mind. From inside, from out, mostly outside, right? There's a lot of rigidity going on. So we want to keep flexible, keep agile. I like to think of squirrels because they are just such like um, they are so agile and flexible and fast. So you can connect your nervous system to the squirrel nervous system, squirrel nervous system back to you. I know a lot of people think, oh, I don't want a squirrel brain. Squirrels are not spastic; they're just fast. Okay, so let's see here. What else for you? What for this? Losing weight. So it's not really about weight, it's about fitness. So let's speed up metabolism. Let's speed up everybody's metabolism, structure, system, or the tissues again, and the empty spaces. So what is making the empty spaces and tissues, their fitness weakened? So strengthen that to 100% infinite potential. Again, it's non-physical. It's psychic. So all the psychic hooks, cords, ties from other people. So separating everybody's minds. Let's clear everybody's psychic field to 100% infinite potential. Let's turn off the psychic antennas. Instead of psychic, let's flip to physical intelligence to 100% infinite potential, 100% of the time, infinite time, down to zero, my spinning. Where your physical intelligence gives you exactly what you need, when you need it, and what you need to know, rather than having to have a psychic radar. So let's download, install, activate that for all of us and anybody else who's listening to this and all the collective so that there's no more passing around of psychic energy. Okay, resetting, reprogramming, restarting. Okay, I know Raj can't be here, so we're going to move on. So that feels better to me. Okay, and then I had a question from Amanda. If you're still there, Amanda. Okay. Depression. Okay, so I think this is a good one for everybody as well. So depression, there's no weakness to depression. So what is actually going on? It's non-physical, it's psychological. Is it internal or external? A little bit of both. Let's make those even. Is it internal to external or external to internal? It's internal to the external. And what's the psychological? Okay, so what comes up is obsession, and it's something in the past. You're not obsessing in the present, but there's something in the past, distant past. So there's the immediate, intermediate, the distant, and the far distant. So distant, is it childhood or adulthood? Something in childhood, less than 10 years age or more. So something when you were younger, less than 10 years old. Was it inside of you or outside of you? It was outside. Was it school, family, other, or your family? Some fears is from the family members. It was you to them to you. It was them to you. Okay, so let's clear up all for this and everything. Comes up as the mind. So delete the thinking, delete the emotions, strengthen the feeling. We want you strong to feeling, not feeling like having a bunch of emotions, feeling as in feeling the shift, feeling the change, feeling what's going on inside of you and around you, but not where you're overly sensitive. So I don't know if you're still there, Amanda. If you are, if you can send me a chat message. So let's make sure there's no false tools. Okay, there's some forgetting. So there's some forgetting, and there's two kinds of forgetting. There's the one you want, which is forgive, forget, unconditional. But then there's forgetting where you're blocking stuff out, and we want to delete that. And is it you or outside of you? It's outside of you. It's collective and family, siblings. And blocking themselves, some blocking you, blocking each other, them blocking themselves, and blocking you, both. And there's some karma there. So let's delete the karma, direct, indirect, partial, direct, indirect karmas, the collective. And by the way, if anybody has any last chance, last call for any requests for anyone who hasn't had anything. Oh, great. Are you feeling a shift, Amanda? Reprogramming, thinking, awareness, perception, speeding up you to the improvement back to you, to receive it, to feel it, to perceive your perception. Okay, let's strengthen the group's perception. 60 up to 70, up to 80, up to 90, up to 100%. Infinite potential. So your perception was weak and slow. And why is that? What is slow? What's affecting everybody's perception? Outside influences. The collective. Yeah, so a lot of collective shutdown. There's a lot of numbing, there's a lot of lying, denying, numbing, all that in the collective. So we want you strong to be balanced, center, stable, above it, neutral, and above it all. There we go. This group, positive, not positive, neutral, went a little bit weak there. Okay, and this group, strong for not having any problems. That goes weak. Like it's okay, and that's one that comes up a lot because that's how everybody relates to each other, right? Oh my God, let's talk about my problems. Well, What? We don't even realize it until we become aware that that's how people. How about talking about what you're trying to create in your life, what you are moving into next, as opposed to dredging up the past and talking about the problems and the difficulties and yada, yada, yada. Let's delete all that. Everybody's minds, those habits, those patterns, those, it's a lot of programming from the ancestors, from the collective, family, culture, even friends, and delete all that out of the body, spirit, mind, down to zero minus infinity. Release, protect, forgive, forget unconditional, cut the hooks, cut the cords, ties, attachments, sentiments, stories. Okay, able, willing, ready, deserving, see it, believe it, expect it, imagination to reality. So some negative expectations. Delete all expectations, positive or not positive, negative, not negative, neutral. Okay, good. Yay, good. I'm glad you feel some shift there. Okay, resetting, reprogramming, restart. Okay. 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 Shelly, did you want me to work on? You had something about indecisiveness. Did you want me to work on that? We got a few minutes left. Okay. Indecisive. No weakness there, but you also mentioned mistakes. It's really about the mistakes. Okay, so what's about that? It's external. It's again collective, family. It's your parents, father, limitations, fitness, download all fitness to him, physical fitness or his physical fitness, which again, too much mind. When there's not enough physical fitness, that means there's too much mind in the body. So we want to send that off. And his mind weakens you. So I'm going to delete that. It's, yeah, so it's your spirit, your mind. So your mind strongly separate from his, keeping it separate, being separate, staying separate. What prevents that? A little psychological. You to him or him to you? Him to you. So his psychological weaknesses. Clear for you the triggers, the issues, the choices. So there we go. Emotion and the reactions, all the reactions, your body, your spirit, your mind. Your spirit gets, it's like your mind gets affected and then the mind to the spirit, and the spirit gets reactive. So deleting that habit, that pattern, that programming. Down to zero minus infinity, beyond zero minus infinity. Forgive, forget. Ready. Okay, confidence. This group, confidence, no confidence, certainty, no certainty, knowing, not knowing, neutral, 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 back to neutral. All of you to neutral, neutral back to you. All of you to the improvement, improvement back to you. That's good. Improvement to the midline. Okay, and still some weaknesses from others. Cultural. From men. Men to women or women to men? Women to men. Okay, so being female authority, your feeling, your perception, your intuition needs to go get stronger. Your insight, your knowing. What comes up is the strength in you to be okay with being a know-it-all. That's everybody here. We are know-it-alls. We know everything, but we have all these things around us that have told us that we don't know anything. We know everything and we know nothing, and you want to be strong for both. Because the knowing nothing means that you're open to new information, new insights, new intelligence. We want real intelligence, not all the grumblings of the world. Okay, resetting body, mind, spirit, reprogramming, thinking words, perceptions. Let's make sure for everything we've done, deleting all sources, deleting all the reasons. There's still a lot of reasons, deleting it down to zero, minus infinity. So sources, reasons, and the causes out of the past, out of the future. Future is about the past. Past is good to the future, strengthening the future. Okay, how does that seem now, Shelley? And anybody else who may have had some indecisive things coming up. Okay. Okay, I'm just strengthening this group here that all this strengthening keeps growing, keeps moving you forward, continues beyond this session, that you are balanced, center, stable, neutral, calm, that you get it. What? Oh, smiling. All right. Woo-hoo, good. Okay, so everybody strong to or download just knowing some aspects of the Yuen method. And the Yuen method, it's just called the Yuen method because Dr. Yuen didn't know what else to call it. It comes from higher source. It comes from the physical intelligence of the universe. And so that, or the planet and the universe, which are connected. So we're just downloading that you can get it. Okay, balance, center, stable, midline, neutral, having a great day, evening, wherever you are. This strengthening goes into everyone you know, everyone you know, everywhere you go, and everything you do. Reset, reprogram, restart. So thanks again, everyone, for being here tonight. Again, I am Colleen O'Connor, Certified Yuen Method Master Practitioner. As I mentioned, I invite you to learn the Yuen Method. Again, teaching the class starting May 10th, and there's details on my website. And there's an early bird discount available through May 3rd. And if you bring a buddy, you can actually, if you both register at the same time, you each get $100 off, whether you use the early bird special or you even register a bit later. So yeah, it's time for all of us to take charge and to do that through the Yuen method. You can learn it and either use it because you want to improve yourself or your family members or both. I recommend that you do it for both because the stronger your family members are, the better you will be. And if there's anybody who also wants to pursue this as something that is a side gig or a job, not a job, but a business, that's available as well. Part of the reason Dr. Yuen taught this to people because he had a vision that if you get one person in every family that would know how to do this, it would make such a huge difference in the world. And this is a time in humanity's existence when we really need to come together and support each other in these ways. So whether or not you learn the Yuen method, but just keeping that in mind, the more we are benefiting each other, the more prosperity, improvement, and benefits you will receive back. So keep that in mind with whatever you're doing. And I also do sampler sessions if you're interested in potentially having a session, but you want to meet one-on-one first. Those are free 15-minute sessions. You can sign up for on my website, and I also do individual sessions as well. So again, I'm Colleen O'Connor. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Stay strong, have fun, keep it light.